What's up, everybody? It's me, your boy, poppahack, back again on another episode of Life in Stereo with my main man, Payday on the Beat, Bob, and our special guest, the hater himself, X-Man. What's up there, buddy?
What's going on?
I just figured we'll make life easy, and I'm just going to say the N-word now and get it out the way before anything happens.
Nachos!
Nacho cheese!
I knew y'all was inviting me.
I literally seen, it was like a little clip. It was Shaggy sitting on the couch, and it was Peter Griffin, and it was on Family Guy. And the clip starts, and Shaggy says that, and Peter's just sitting there, and Peter turns and looks at him, he's like, "What the fuck starts a conversation like that?"
That old Family Guy.
Dude, I haven't watched Family Guy in forever. Family Guy used to be my shit back in the day, but I don't know. Out of all those shows, what did you like, Bobby? What was one of the ones you liked the best? Family Guy, like Futurama, Simpsons?
Well, Family Guy, I watched it, but I like American Dad better. Just because of Roger the alien. I'd rather have the alien over Brian the dog. So
Roger is definitely, he's kind of funny. He's definitely funny.
Yeah.
I like Futurama out of all of them, I think. What show you like at? Do you like the best, X?
Shit. I ain't watched none of that shit. I ain't watched none American Dad, none of that. I watched a little bit of Family Guy, but I ain't.
I was gonna say, like, there's still like Boondocks is in the same category.
Oh yeah, I like Boondocks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like Boondocks. Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm trying to think what else was on Cartoon Network that was good, or on Adult Swim even.
Cartoon Network.
Well, like Adult Swim. That's when I say Cartoon Network, I always think of Adult Swim.
Yeah. No, I'm like the whole way where we like our group started watching that Adult Swim. Like I wasn't watching. I watched all the Dragon Ball Z and all that before.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time everybody started jumping on it, I was already over it. Like I ain't watched none of them animes and none of that stuff.
DBZ is better than Naruto. Just putting that out there for everybody in the world.
Boy.
I just started watching the Dragon Ball. What is it? Daima? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Daima.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, when they're all kids, the animation's a lot better, like than the original stuff.
Oh yeah, a million times better. And are you watching the English version or the?
No,
dubs?
it's overdubbed.
That's on Netflix. On Crunchyroll, they have the English on there now.
Okay,
like, perfect.
Yeah, I think I have like 12 episodes on. Yeah. It's on Netflix, so whatever they have. So.
Yeah.
I heard it was a good storyline for it. I heard it was better than Super.
No, the Tournament of Power was the best thing that ever happened in DBZ ever.
The power scaling on it, like it screwed everything up.
No, it didn't. That's what made it good. Like Jiren's stronger than everybody.
It was entertaining, but like I like it better when they had the little scouters on, and they'll be like, 500 power level, and at some point you just forget. Like, then you have to go to Google and like watch all these predictions. Like,
yeah, that's why I got boring. Yeah,
nah, man. The Tournament of Power put them in place. It showed everyone in the universe Krillin's a bitch. He ain't shit compared to Goku and Vegeta.
Everybody knew Krillin.
Whoever liked Krillin? What the hell?
Lots of people like Krillin, man. Krillin's
nobody thought he was anything. Like he always been a scrub, like from day one. So like they needed the Tournament of Power to tell us that. Like
I just like the Tournament of Power because it literally put every person in place in the DBZ world. Like Jiren destroys everybody. Showed how weak Vegeta really is. Like Master Roshi.
Yeah, I'm glad I ain't watched that shit. Vegeta slander? No, I'm not with it, but
Vegeta's good. I mean, I like Vegeta, obviously, but I'm Goku all day, man. Goku all day.
I used to like Piccolo. Piccolo was my favorite.
I got the 4-star. Goku's Dragon Ball on me. It's Goku all day.
Goku's so boring, man. He's like Superman. None to him. Just a goofball, just doing the regular save the day stuff. He's boring.
You take that back. Goku is not boring.
Yeah, wait, you like Superman too? You probably like.
I don't like Superman, but Goku ain't boring.
You get Superman's balls tattooed on you too?
I would never. Never do that.
Regular Superman lover and Goku probably like who else is the basic? Probably like Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat. Right?
Nah, in Mortal Kombat, I was always either Reptile once he came like out. I liked Noob Saibot, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
out of the originals though, like the first original, it was always Scorpion.
I was always Sub-Zero.
It was always
Yeah,
Scorpion.
Sub-Zero for the dub.
Scorpion had the easiest move sets. I still
That's
remember.
why I liked him.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero, both of the easiest one, but I'd still remember Scorpion's backback A, Sub-Zero down forward A. Scorpion's finish to take off his mask and do a little breath of fire with start up on Sega. Like I remember all the buttons. Like I remember it.
All right.
The blood code. The blood code was like ABA, BBA, ABA, ABA start or something like that. I can't.
ABACABB.
Okay, and then start. Yeah.
Was that Sega?
Yeah.
That's why it's different. I had Nintendo, so
yeah.
Did they have they had a blood code on Super Nintendo? I thought they didn't even have blood on there.
I don't know. I don't know the code, but we don't have a C button.
Yeah, right. But I don't think they had blood on there at all. I don't think there was no code for it or anything.
Bob, remember that one episode we were talking about when I was like, Uncle Chuck was the best. He bought me Mortal Kombat, and I wanted it just because it had blood. And like, my dad was so mad. My dad wouldn't buy it for us for Christmas. So I kept telling Uncle Chuck I want it. And that was the final gift my Uncle Chuck let us open up on Christmas. And I remember my dad and Uncle Chuck fighting and arguing so much. And my Uncle Chuck was like, you have to put in a code, Johnny. It doesn't just automatically work. And I was like, oh, it doesn't work. And Uncle Chuck was like, but I have the code right here for you. Like, I had the code. Uncle Chuck always came through, man. Uncle Chuck was always coming through. All right. Here's another one. What's a better fighting game? Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter?
Ooh.
That's tough. I mean, it depends when. Are we talking about today? Are we talking about way back then? I mean, back then, Street Fighter probably was a way better game, but I like Mortal Kombat more. But today, I mean, Mortal Kombat may be better. I don't know. I mean, but that's a tough one. That's a real tough one.
Listen, I rebought the Marvel collection when it released, and all I did was play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for like 3 days straight, whipping on boys, digging in their asses. And Shane thought he was going to beat me. He beat me one time. I think I let him pick.
Recently?
Yeah, recently. Well, when it came out, like back in, I think it was it like September or something when it came out, when it released last year?
Oh, yeah. You been hiding. I see what you did. You turned your thing where it tells me what you playing. You turned it off because y'all always been afraid to play me in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I get it.
I played everybody. You guys were crying. I can't remember if it was you or Sean John was complaining, oh, you tag out too much. Whoever uses Iceman out of you, was it Sean John who uses Iceman?
No, I use Iceman, but it wasn't me. You never beat me in that game.
He said it wasn't me.
No, it wasn't me because you never beat me.
I just remember whoever used Iceman.
I don't care who the hell it was. It wasn't me because you didn't win. That's what he said.
Not with Iceman. Cyclops, Wolverine.
Oh, Sean John was using Wolverine. I actually remember Sean John using Wolverine. He used Bone Claw, actually, specifically Bone Claw.
Yeah,
to me, that is the absolute best. My best time playing with friends fighting games. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, hands down, the absolute best time for fighting games to me. The best fighting game overall. DBZ Sparking Zero. It's phenomenal.
Lord, bro, that's not even that old. How you gonna put that on there?
Because it's that good. It's that good.
I didn't even know you had that. I've never seen you playing that.
Yes, Sparking Zero, man. That's all we do is play them the tournaments online, man. Those things are so hard. I love them. Sparking Zero is good, boy.
Yeah, I see a lot of people play. It look good. It's so hard for me to learn anything new, man. Like, I don't want to play nothing I never played before. It seems like it's just too much work.
You sound like an old man saying that. I don't want to play
like if another Fortnite game comes out where there's like all that building and shooting and stuff comes out, like I'm not going to learn it. There's no way.
Yeah.
Literally, that's why they made Fortnite OG. Fortnite OG is on with the first season map. the slow building. You can't even do like the crazy crackhead spinning fast building. They actually have Fortnite no build, which is I mean,
yeah, but that's not Fortnite. Like
exactly. But I like no build. Like if the kids are playing and they want me to get on and play with them, I can only play no build because I get destroyed by people who have one keys on PC and just click, 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 and they build a whole tower. Like I can't do that. I think that's why they made them bombs that you can just throw on the ground and it builds you a whole entire base. Is for console players to be able to keep up with PC players. I truly think that's why they made them in there. But I like Fortnite no build. It's not bad. I like Fortnite Lego on there. The Lego one, you would like the Lego one, Bob. It's like Fortnite meets Minecraft, but it's all Legos. And you got to survive and build stuff, and like you get different people to come to the world, and that is pretty cool.
So you said the most fun you had was Marvel vs. Capcom.
With my friends, yeah. Like everybody playing, like when we would all be in parties, and then even growing up when it was just me, Tay, Ugly, and Zoom playing nonstop in Josh's basement playing that 24/7. That was all we would play.
So it wasn't a wrestling game? Like wrestling games are always the best multiplayer games.
See, wrestling games were cool because even on PlayStation 1, I had the V. So it was always cool because it'd be like me, my dad, Moose, and Riley. We would always play.
You said you had the V?
Yeah. The little multi-adapter, whatever it was called.
I had the U.
What the hell's the U?
No, knockoff brand. It wasn't. It seemed like the U. That's what I had. Right?
Yeah, man. I had the V. The V was it was hard. We went up to it wasn't Hollywood Video. It was Parkway Center Mall, I want to say. When that was like still an actual mall. We went there and I bought the V because me and Riley went to Cedar Point. All right. And I went to Cedar Point with his family, him and his mom. And my mom gave me like an extra $100 or something to like spend up, or $200. I can't remember what it was. It was something like that. She said, whatever you don't spend, you can keep. So me and Mike, we were looking at the magazines on the way up there. And I was like, oh, I can buy the multi-tap so we can all play. So we could play, blah, blah, blah. So I made sure I saved that. I left that money in the car. Then we went, played, and we come back. And I'll never forget this. I was so mad at my dad, and I still bring it up to this day to him. We went up to the bank, and my dad was, you know how like when you go through the drive-through, they got the airlock thing, stick it in there, push it, it goes up in there and all that crap. So my dad did his thing. We were going to the bank before we went out. He did his thing, send it up. So me, being the jackass that I am, I took my drink, hurried up and opened it up when my dad was still up and messing with his stuff, dumped my drink in it, closed it up, and sent it back up. Like sent it to the bank tellers. So they would open it up and it would just be all messy and stupid. My dad was so mad at me. He took the damn money back and I couldn't get it. And he wouldn't take us to the mall. He wouldn't do nothing. I was so mad. So then I told my mom. My mom was like, you just poured water in there. And I was like, yeah, I poured water in there. She was like, why? I was like, I don't know. I thought it was funny. And I was like all sad. And my mom gave me the money back. And then the next day, me and Riley went out to the mall and we ended up buying it, come back home, and we had it. And I was pumped up. And the V was my shit, man. Wrestling games were good back then, especially you could have, I can't remember what wrestling game it was. It was one of the SmackDowns. You could have two special referees. So it would always be a one-on-one match, but it would be like Rat was controlling the referee, or my dad was, or I was, or Riley was. But like, and then we would be fighting each other, beating each other up the whole time. We used to have fun for Friday Night Fire Pros too, though. Yeah, the Friday Night Fire Pros were hard too.
Yeah. Real entertaining, man. We had some
Bobby.
I don't know what it is.
Fire Pros it's a wrestling game. And the one night we used to call Friday Night Fire Pro because we would always had to playing on Friday nights. And the one night we was playing, it was me, X, and Shane. And I think it was like a triple threat match, every man for themselves. I got eliminated first, but we set it up so I could stay in the ring the whole time and like still control my wrestler. Because normally you would just get kicked out and your character would be gone. You couldn't do nothing. So I'm sitting there like helping Shane. I'm like beating up X, fucking around. And then at the very end, I was like, all right, yeah, bam. We turned on Shane next.
Oh man,
he was so mad. He quit the whole game, went and got on a different game, was playing the game, and we're like, come on, we're gonna play again. And he was on a completely different game. Was so fucking mad.
No more. I used to happen a lot, man. You losing something and never want to play it again, man. Lose to a whole other game.
He'd lose and end up going and taking a bubble bath and think about the meaning of life.
Smash Brothers. That's what happened to Smash Brothers. But yeah, that Fire Pro, that match, I think I have it, bro. If I got it, I'll send it to you. Maybe you can insert it. I mean, in this episode.
Clip it in. That'd be good.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for it. I think I got it with that exact match where I hit him with the Briscoe slam at the end. And Pindy.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Briscoe. Because was that the one Shane was Kurt Angle and he just kept he kept saying, oh, Angle slam because he kept fucking us up in the beginning.
I don't know I can't remember who he was. I always want to say Undertaker, but I can't remember.
He might have been Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and it was good though. It was fun. Like it was always, man. The Friday Night Fire Pros were good, boy.
Man, wrestling games are the best, man. They for multiplayer, I mean, they always been the best. Like
multiplayer couch co-op, they're the best.
Yeah, always been the best. Always. I never played them SmackDown games like that, but the 64 games, nothing's better than those. The Revenge and the No Mercies and all of that shit, man. That shit was always fun.
That WCW Revenge was amazing. That shit was so fun. I love that.
Blew my mind. When I first seen that, one of her friend's house, and seeing that game, seeing Rey Mysterio Jr. jumping from the top ropes to the outside, I couldn't believe what I was watching, man. I had to get that. That was, I think I seen that game being played in like October over a friend's house on a snowy night. Just one of her friends' house started playing it, and I'm pretty sure that was my Christmas gift for that. I
think you actually told me that before. That was what you got. But didn't you get a 64 and that?
Yeah, yep. I got an N64 and that for Christmas, and I already had a PlayStation, Sega Saturn, but I needed that for that game. I
didn't have a cool. I didn't have a cool story like that when I got a 64. We were at the Boys and Girls Club. This dude said, hey, I got Pokemon Snap. It's on the Nintendo 64. You should come over. And I was like, what do you do? He's like, I take pictures of Pokemon. I was like, oh, yeah, let's go. The next thing I got
ready to go.
Pokemon Snap.
Hey, that was a good game too, though, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I played the hell out that damn game, boy. I played that.
I think we rented that game, and we stayed up in the crib a whole weekend playing that game, trying to take a picture of Gyarados and shit. Man, that was a good one. That was a good one.
I even bought the new version. I got the new one.
Say they came out with a new one. Did you get that?
Got it on my Switch. Yep. Okay. Me and Owen played it. Freya likes it because she thinks she is playing, just because it still moves on the monorail system. So in her eyes, she thinks she's moving it, and all she's doing is just moving the camera obviously around and all that. But she'll like push the button, take the picture, and all that. So it's like funny watching her play. Yeah. But like she has gotten better, and it's crazy because she's only 2. She'll be 3 in April. She has gotten better where like she can actually like aim at them now. She might not be able to hurry up and push the button because her hands are so small, but she can at least aim where they're at. And then she tries to take the picture. Like sometimes it's good, sometimes it ain't. But it's like crazy that like she's almost 3 and she's literally sitting there playing a game, or she'll want to play it. Like it's like nuts, because most of the time she'll be like, "Oh, I want the Nintendo," but she really just wants to watch YouTube on it. Bob, you don't have a Switch, huh?
Yeah, I have 3 Switches.
Wait,
but I only have the Switch Lights, like the handheld version.
Yeah, that's what I got. Switch Lite.
Yeah,
it's not even here. It's downstairs.
You're talking about something completely different, but that's good. It's good. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I got a Switch.
You got 3 Switches though, or
no? I bought one for like me, my girlfriend, my son. But like 2 years ago, I got them, but I don't use them at all. Man,
it's like crazy because the only reason why I ever buy Switches or Nintendos in general is just because of Pokemon. But haven't like this last one. Everyone loves the little Legend of Arceus, all that crap. I liked that it was the open world concept finally brought into the Pokemon games, and the graphics were better and all that. I didn't like the way they ditched the gym system. That was terrible. And then the one after that, I can't remember what it was called, but I have that one too. And I didn't like the way they did that one. It's like you're a school and you're going around and fighting different like versions of teams and gangs. Like it was like, I don't know, it was weird. If they just would keep it open world and bring back the gym battles, the normal gym battles and all that, I would probably literally buy a Switch just to buy that.
Yeah.
You know how many hours me and X had played on Sword and Shield?
Yeah, Sword and Shield. Yeah.
There's an app on your phone, Bobby, called Pokemon Home that you can store Pokemon in because you have so many on the game, and then you can trade people on the phone and then put them back onto your Nintendo Switch.
Okay. See, I've played Pokemon Go, but that's it. All the like Pokemon video games, I had Pokemon Blue for the original Game Boy, and that was it.
Oh,
like,
man.
Nothing after that.
I had everything. Red, blue, yellow. I had gold, silver, crystal. They're my favorite RPGs.
I would have never gotten into Pokemon if it wasn't for Blue and the casino. It was literally the only reason.
Sitting there in a slot machine trying to get that Porygon or the Teeny.
Didn't know what I was doing, but I knew that hitting these slots, I'm getting coins. Man, I played that for hours and hours and hours one night, and that's what made me even learn what I was playing. I didn't even know what I was playing. It was because whoever had the Game Boy, they happened to be in that place where
right there, yeah. And I think that was Saffron City or Celadon City. I think it was Saffron.
Well, whatever it was, that's what got me into it. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't even know nothing about it.
For gambling, sitting there gambling, pushing a button.
Yeah, and I don't even gamble now. Like I'm not even a gambler. But for some reason, slot machines got me. They got me back then.
X used to be my friend, and we were both on the Smite crack, and that was a good train. Bobby was on that too for a little bit.
Yeah, a couple games. Yeah.
Smite's my go-to. Smite 2 so powerful and so good too. Oh, such a good man.
Wow, man, you've been playing that game for what? 11 years, something like that, man.
I'm on Smite 2 now, man. Me and Al be on there cracked out on that.
Time to move on, man.
The other day I called Freketic, and me and Tyler were walking through the store. We're in a grocery store, and I was like, "Yep." I was like, "Me and Al, we're back on that crack again." I was like, "We're on that Smite 2 heavy, man. We've been on it for like the last 4 nights in a row." Tyler turned around. She was like, "You're smoking crack? Who's smoking crack? Who's smoking crack? What are you talking about?" And I was like, Smite. I was like, Smite, relax. And she was like, yeah, that is like crack to you guys. I know.
Same difference, man. It's the same shit. Stay off of it, man. Well, especially, look, you spend all that money on skins, might as well be the same shit.
Listen, when you link your Smite 1 account to your Smite 2 account, it actually shows you how much money you spent on skins. I didn't spend nearly as much as I thought I did.
Yeah,
it shows you, right? Huh?
No, I would probably be surprised that it would probably be the same for me. Like I probably think I spent more than I actually did on that.
Yeah, because I know during COVID I was dropping a lot of money on Smite, but that was during COVID, and I was just sitting at home gaming, and I'm not gonna sit there and game with the same weak ass skin every time. I had to have all the best skins when they came out.
You're like the type of person, you lose a match, you're like, oh, I gotta change my skin.
Hey, listen, that's me. That's me 100%. That's me, because them certain skins are bad luck, and I'm like, no, I'm not like no. And it's funny because me and Kelter were playing hard, right? Kelter's my main man. Kelter's gay, all that stuff. But I would always use the Chiron skin, his gay one. And it was so funny. I'd be like, oh, Kelter, I'm using this just because it's gay pride month and all that stuff. And then when the month was over, I wouldn't use it anymore. He'd be like, oh, you're not using it? I'm like, nope. He's back. That skin's back on the shelf. I supported you for that month, my man. That's it. He's sitting on the shelf now.
The skin game is. I mean, I wouldn't even use a character unless I had a skin.
Yeah, like, that's true. I remember that.
There's no chance in hell you would see me using a basic skin. It was not possible. I'm not playing with a basic skin.
Yo, Bobby barely played. Bobby barely played Smite, and when he did, he would use Loki or Agni. And then he was looking through the skins one day, and he saw the Aphrodite Beach Babe skin, and he bought it right away. Never used it
immediately. No, I own it though.
Yeah.
He bought it right away. He was like, wow, look at her boobs. Look at the way they're jiggling. That's why
you can spin the character around. I got the side angle. I was like, oh, I have to have that.
I was like, Bobby, don't buy that. I was like, save your gems. He's like, it's too late. I already bought it.
I never bought that God pack, man. I don't know why the hell any of y'all bought that.
Shit, I bought the $120 version of the new of Smite 2.
Wow.
Oh my God, man. Move on, man. Move on. We got
I remember.
I love Marvel Rivals too. I play the hell out of that. I love it.
Move on from Smite, man. Just like I moved on from Call of Duty. Move on. It's time to move on.
You need to come right back to Smite 2 now. It's a whole different world.
If it ain't Marvel Rivals, I'm not competing. No competition.
Marvel Rivals is really good, man. I've been telling Bobby to get on that for a long time, man.
You can learn with me, man. I suck. I don't know how to play that game, but I want to learn it because I like
Rival. I don't know if you know this, but it's been proven and it's true. If you lose 2 games in a row on Marvel Rivals, your third game, you play against bots, and that's literally just to make you get a bunch of kills and get an easy win to keep your confidence up to keep playing the game.
I wouldn't like that. Well, who wants to beat up bots? Like
it's a good confidence boost.
I mean,
man.
like when you first start out, yeah, so you can like learn the like moves and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like that every time. I mean, I guess
these days. I want to
two in a row. I would be like, all right, I suck. I need the bots.
I don't remember what Call of Duty game it was though, but me and X got on there and we were getting our asses kicked, and me and X were just like, you know what? We're old. We just have to accept that we're old and we get our asses kicked by these young ass kids. That's why our reaction time ain't fast as like it used to be. We're getting destroyed by these young kids.
Man, these kids are whooping my ass for a long time, man. I was 20 getting beat on by a 7-year-old in Gears of War one night. It was terrible. It was me and this guy from England been playing in the same clan on Gears of War forever, man. We was dogging boys. This little bastard got on there one night, man, and his little young ass is on there talking big shit, beating the shit out of us, chasing us around the map, destroying us, man. It was so bad, man. And all me and dude there from England is just laugh. We laughed the whole time because this little bastard was whooping our ass so bad. It was terrible, bro. And that's when I knew, like, it don't matter. Once you're past 14, it's over in game.
14,
yeah, you can't.
Who is your favorite porn star and why?
Holy shit! Is that a real question?
I mean, it can be. Me personally, I don't know any like nowadays porn stars. I was never the person who like knew their names. I only knew them once they were like super hardcore popular. Like. I didn't actually like know them. Like I didn't know Mia Khalifa when she was like nothing and nobody, but like once she was out there, I knew her. Like same thing with Christy Mack. Like the only person who I knew coming up who ended up like to me not being a real porn star, but she was Heather Brooke. I loved Heather Brooke.
Yeah, the Heather Brooke. And she's Heather Harmon.
Heather Harmon's her real name.
Yeah, she's been around for a while.
I love
Angela
her.
White. I used to watch Angela White.
Oh yeah, I watched Jada Fire too. I like Jada Fire a lot.
I always hated her.
You hated Jada Fire?
Yeah, man. Didn't she have braces?
Yeah.
That's what I think I hated her. I never liked her. She was so overrated to me, man.
Oh my God, Jada Fire was amazing.
I never liked her ever.
Man,
I don't know who that is.
The Queen of Squirt. That's who she is. The Queen of Squirting, man. That girl she could put out the fires in LA.
The LA fires.
Yes. She was the Jada Fire boy. Woo. Damn.
No, never was for me, man. Never for me.
You actually know who else I actually like? I don't know if you guys know her. Miss Be Nasty. Man.
No.
Bro,
she like today, right?
Yeah, she's like I don't know if she was like OnlyFans or if she was like actually in real porn. I found her streaming on Twitch. She was gaming. That's how I found. I'm actually friends with her on fucking Xbox and Microsoft.
Oh
yeah, like legit, like on her friends list and everything. I found her streaming, and then I found out I was like sitting there watching the chat, and like someone started talking about like, oh, she should do porn. And people are like, what? You don't know? And then her Twitter page,
Yeah, I heard of her, and I didn't know. Did she do like real porn, or did she just do like?
I think it's actually I think it's porn with like her boyfriend or whoever it is, but she might be into like new stuff like with real people now. But man, oh man, Miss Be Nasty, boy.
I've seen her before. I know her from YouTube. Like people talk about her on YouTube. Like the 85 South show, they was talking about her before. So like I've never really seen too much of her stuff though. I've seen a little bit of it.
She literally came up by herself. She like,
I mean, that's the way now, right? That's how they all do it now.
That's the way for everything, for streaming, for podcasts, for literally everything. Like, that's just the way it is. Did Mr. Beast start off by himself? Like, I mean, or like, did he have like money? Did he come from a rich family?
No, he did the video where like he counted to 1 million. You ever see the video? The person just sitting there counting. They're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to like 1 million. And then I think that went viral.
Bobby, hold on, wait. That's how he blew up?
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro.
If you watch counting to 1 million, yeah, but like every digit, like.
I did not know that at all.
I never knew. He's big as shit. And I never knew that. I never knew that's how he blew. I just thought he was just doing the whole stream every day until it catch on shit.
That's how Kai and them did it. Well, the AMP were like big before they brought Kai in, but like Kai blew them up.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just counting, huh?
Yep.
Do you remember that YouTuber? I can't think of his name. He traded up from a red paperclip to his house.
I've watched a lot of people like try to recreate that.
This dude, he's from Canada. He was a YouTuber. I don't know if he still does it though. He had a red paperclip, a regular ass paperclip, but it was just red. That's it. And he traded people like, oh, let me trade you this pen. And he recorded everything he was doing, like all the trades.
He kept like trading up and up and up.
He was the first person like to record and do it. And he traded all the way up to a house from a fucking red paperclip. He did like 14 trades or something like that, but traded up and got a house.
That's hard, though. I like that. I like that idea. That's pretty clever.
I wish then we weren't so camera shy because we used to record and do dumb stuff and like make dumb songs and like little weird stuff that like the Maya He guy. Remember him song? Well, Maya He. That dude, famous. The lightsaber or the Star Wars kid became famous. The Tron dude, like, and we sat there and watched them.
That's like before you could download beats. Like we would take video game music to like people to rap on because we didn't know how to make anything back then.
Think about that, dude. We used video game music to make songs. That's how we were making goofy songs back then. We were just at the midst of starting to record stuff and like where it was getting popular. Like, so we were like, if we were kids now with like the phones and the cameras, I would have so much like videos on skating and jumping over things, grinding rails. That's the only thing like I wish I had them for.
Would you though? Would you? Because it's like these kids it's like not normal to go outside and do stuff. Like I would love to have a camera from back in our day. Imagine having a camera when you was like 9, 10, 11 and then recording your whole summer and then showing it to your kid. They'll be like, what? How was you doing all of this stuff? They'll be shocked if you showed them all the stuff you did for a whole summer.
Dude,
like, they wouldn't understand what the hell. They'd be like, where's your parents? Where's the cops? How come nobody in jail? They'll be asking so many questions. Like, they don't know nothing about going outside for a summer and being out there and not coming home into the streetlights, if that.
Dude, that's so wild because now that you say that, like thinking back, like Owen's 15, he'll be 16 in April. When I was 15 years old, we were freaking climbing up on the trains and jumping from train to train. Like literally the trains, like on the tracks, jumping from them. We were down Crick Road. There was a houseboat next to the junkyard, and the guy who owned the junkyard told us, if you can get that boat in that water, you guys can keep it and do whatever you want. Now, us being kids, we didn't think that like as soon as the boat hits this water, it's not going to go nowhere because it's 2 foot of water. But we got poles and everything and pushed it and got it in there, and it hit the back bottom sunk, and some water come into it, but it stayed right there. That was our clubhouse, yo. Like, we would go down there and hang out in that boat. We had a grill down there. We had coolers that we had pops and waters in. We camped out in there. We said we were staying at Josh's house or we all told our parents the opposite houses that we were staying at. And we slept in the freaking woods in a creek in a boat. Like, at the age of 15, what the hell was wrong with us? Like, everybody could have come down there and did anything to us. Like, dude.
Like the Goonies movie was like really our childhood, like for real.
Yeah.
Like that's how it was really that. Like they wouldn't even they think that's a movie. If you show your kids that movie, they'll be like, what the hell is this adventurous Uncharted movie? Yeah, I mean, but that was really our childhood. It went like that. Yeah, I mean, we ain't had no bad guy that was chasing us the whole time. But we was exploring like that. We was in caves if we had to be. Yeah, I mean, like we was doing all kinds of shit. They don't do none of this shit no more.
Me, Moose, John Frank, and John Frank's brother Joe. So we're down Creek Road, and we go through the woods. And I'm only assuming this now as an adult. I realize what they were doing back then. They dug this giant hole down. Like, when I say giant, this hole was probably like 200 yards wide and probably like 100 yards deep down. But it was on a slope. And now I know that they were clear because the houses down there, but they were clearing all the woods out and making it flat to build a bunch of houses down there. But back then we didn't know that. We were just looked at it like, oh, we should ride our bikes down this thing. Bro, we rode our bikes down and got stuck. We couldn't get up. Every time we climbed, the more and more dirt was falling down and falling down. This is back in the no cell phone times. I was probably 13, 14, which means Moose was 11, 12. And Joe, I think Joe was 14 or 15. And Frank was 13 with me. So we couldn't figure out how to get out. Joe ended up climbing up and like he got like this tree vine basically and like broke it and pulled us up with him. And like we got our bikes, got up here. We're going through the woods and all that stuff. We get lost in these woods. We're out there what felt like hours. I don't know how long it actually was. We had no water. The sun's beaming on us. We could not figure out where to go and how to get out of these woods. We were starting to panic. Like, I was real close to crying, yo, like, because we was getting scared. And we seen electric lines, like not the telephone wires, like the big, tall electric power pole ones where they're big as hell, you know. We seen those, and I was like, we have to follow them. They'll eventually lead us to civilization again.
Yeah.
And we started.
We lost 15 minutes.
Dude, it could have been. I don't know, but we were in pure panic. Dude, it could have been. It felt like 15 hours. And we ended up behind Giant Eagle, and we go into Giant Eagle, bro. We're covered in mud from head to toe. They're yelling at us, telling us to get out. All we wanted to do was get a drink. I didn't care if I was drinking out the toilet at that point. I just ran straight to the water fountain, was killing some water, jumped on the bikes, and rode down home. It was home. That if I even knew my kids were doing that right now, I'd want to kill them.
Right. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. We wouldn't even let them do the dumb shit we was doing back then, man.
Absolutely not. Dude, Bobby, tell the story about sitting on the back of the Pat bus on the outside, the back of it.
When we used to like hold on to like grab cars and stuff and have them pull us on our skates.
They would literally grab onto random cars, like they're sketching and hang on.
You'd
to
have to get like a truck,
cars.
like someone with a car would see you. You'd have to get like a big, like a 18-wheeler, like grab the back of the truck.
And they would
just let it pull you all the way down
by skates, but they did that shit all the way to downtown Pittsburgh on the back of a Port Authority bus.
East Carson Street, West Carson Street, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Like the movies. They do that weird shit in movies. Yeah, that's crazy.
They did him and Jeremy. They did that shit in real life. Hey, I'll never forget this. We rode our bikes all the way downtown. We're cruising around downtown. We're down there all day, cutting up, messing around, being little assholes. We're probably 14-ish, 14, 13-ish. We ended up going to the Point. So we're in Point State Park and we're up at the Point. We're bunny hopping up on our bikes, jumping down, everything, all that. We ride our bikes in the fountain. We're literally riding in the fountain. Like the fountain's on and everything, right? It starts to get dark and we're still hanging out down there. We didn't realize that like at nighttime, the crowd changes. Like we didn't we're looking around like, oh, there's no more kids down here. These look like older cool kids. So some girl comes over to us. She's an adult though. She comes over. I don't know how old she was. She starts talking to us, asking us what we're doing down there. And she's like, you guys should probably get out of here. And we're talking and she's like, now I know looking back, she was looking out for us. But back then we were like, fuck's this bitch talking to us for? Blah, 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 blah. And here, come to find out, she was a prostitute, yo. She was talking about people working down there and doing stuff, and she's trying to be nice and get us young, innocent kids away, and we didn't care at all. And I'm like, thinking back on it, she's wearing like fishnets, but I don't even think she had drawers on. Like she had the full fishnet stockings and heels and like little like skirt. Like, yeah, it was wow to think that we did that. And if my kids did that stuff nowadays, like, and I found out, oh my God, dude, it would be insane.
Yeah, man, that we were extremely adventurous, man. We speaking of that, the wrestling games. Back to that, I remember I had Shane jump in the creek up there.
Short tears?
Yeah. Have him jump in there just to borrow one of them wrestling games. It might have been No Mercy. I think it was No Mercy. I think I let him borrow my 64 too. But we
okay. So that's a little acceptable, jumping in to borrow a whole console, but not just to borrow a game.
So. I think it might have not though. I can't remember if he had a 64 at the time or not. But it was we rode our bikes up there. We used to go up there, swing on the vine and all that shit. But we was up there one day and he's like hanging on the branch that's like over top of the water, but he wouldn't let go. And I'm like, let go and you can borrow No Mercy. He was addicted to No Mercy at the time. Man, he let go and jumped in there, man. That wasn't the worst part though. He was probably going to turn into a mutant later on. But then when we left, see, he didn't have brakes on his bike, right? We all had brakes. Our bikes worked. Me and Devin used to fix his bike all the time, but he would always mess it up. So he didn't have brakes on his bike. So after jumping in there in the pool and all, soaking wet or whatever, we're coming down that hill by Sunoco, and we're zooming down there. And again, he don't have brakes, so he's behind me. He's like, go faster, because he's behind me. I'm like, hell no. So he swerves past me, zooms right past me.
But he couldn't stop. He couldn't slow down.
Couldn't stop, man. He gets to the end of that, man. He's next to a pickup truck. The pickup truck turns.
Oh my God.
Man, listen. It's funny now. And guess what? It was funny. Listen, man. After we realized he was still alive, man, he came crawling from under the pickup truck. Why was his shirt on backwards though? It was on arms through it and everything, but it was backwards now. His bike was the two wheels was literally touching now. It was like a taco bike.
My God, he got smashed.
Bro, he got smacked, man. He got up. All he kept saying, "Where's my watch? Where's my watch? Where's my watch?" And I don't think he knew what was going on. I don't know if he was in shock, but he just kept saying, "Where's my watch? Where's my watch?" Shirt on backwards and everything. Man, they had to grab him. They held him. They wouldn't let him leave until the ambulance came, and then his dad showed up. My uncle showed up, and yeah, we got in trouble for that one. That was no good, man. We got in trouble for that. But he did get the game off me, but I cut it short because one day he ended up making me mad.
And the poor kid, hold on, time out. The poor kid jumps into the creek and gets soaking wet. He rides a bike down the hill with no brakes, gets hit by a car. Somehow his shirt is up backward and his bike folds like a taco. And you let him borrow the game and took it back early.
Took it back. And when I took it back, they did something to make me mad. So they was all outside. I went before I went home, I went in the house, took my game back. I think I took one of their games. I think it was a James Bond game for PlayStation. And they had like their dog just had all these puppies in a kennel, like in a little cage or whatever. Mm-hmm. I opened it and left. So when they came back in the house,
pure chaos.
I don't know why I was so spiteful. They must have did something to make me mad, man. They must have deserved it. But yeah, I took the game back, man. That's pretty fucked up. But hey, man, stuff happened back then, man.
The poor guy got hit by a truck and you still took the game back.
I mean, yeah, for a couple of days. He was supposed to get. I was supposed to let him have it for the whole summer, but it didn't last the whole summer.
The whole summer? Oh yeah,
jumping on the creek. He was supposed to get it the whole summer.
Nope. You let him borrow it long enough.
I knew it might have been like 4 days or something like that, but something happened, man. I had to get my game back and let it.
Jeez Louise, he got slaughtered.
You should have seen that bike though, man. That bike, the bike was really in head. It was, the wheels are like this. It was like this now. Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Not only did he lose the video game for the summer, he lost his bike too.
Lost his bike, man. He deserved it. Was the bike, though, man. We fixed probably 10 bikes in one summer, fam, bro. We used to fix bikes for him, and he would crash them, and the next day we would spend a whole day fixing it, and then he'll get right back on it and fuck it up again. While me and Devin is riding on the same bike that we fixed maybe once or twice the whole summer. It was ridiculous, bro. That's how me and him got good at fixing bikes and changing tires and all that shit, man. We just one summer just constantly working on his bike. He'd be like, "Bro, goes right in the whip," and crashed right into that. Remember where the funeral home used to be, or across the street from Chasey Fury? That wall, that orange wall. Yeah, he was like, "Goes right in the whip," and just crashed right into the wall, bro. You got to get a whole new wheel. You know what I mean, rim is all smushed in
for no reason.
No reason. He could fuck right there, bro. That's crazy, but
Bobby, you guys didn't ride bikes. You always skated, huh?
No, I mean, I rode bikes here and there, but yeah, I know what you mean, the ghost riding thing. People would just ride their bikes and like try to jump off and let it just coast, and whatever it hit. Like, it made no sense to me.
Man, especially when you gotta fix it, especially you ain't got money to keep buying bikes, all that shit. Man, we was working on. We made so many makeshift bikes for him, bro. He had banana seats with pegs in the front and a big wheel in the back. Man, it was never Frankenstein bikes for him. The whole summer. It was crazy.
I remember this one time, well, it was like basically a whole summer. We got Frank this bike, and it was a 10-speed, it was a mountain bike, but the tires kept going flat no matter what. He always got flat tires. So then he got mad to one day because we just kept fixing his tires and fixing them and replacing them. Frank got mad. We took the tires off, all that. He just took the whole tire off, the whole inner tube off, and rode around the rest of the summer on the rims. I'm talking flying down Churchill on rims, bro. Flying everywhere down Pine Hollow on just rims on a mountain bike. It was so bad. Like, he would get used to when it was going to tip and slide, and he knew like to put his foot down. Like, he was like spinning and like doing 360s on the ground coming down hills. It looked hard as hell. Sparks were flying everywhere, but it was scary as hell because like one false turn, he's done. He's going down for the count. But he used to ride. We used to call him the rim rider. That's all he did. He rode rims, and he kept up with us. I don't know how he did it, but he did. It was crazy. All on the fucking rims, yo. That shit was wild.
Yeah, man. Bike life was crazy, man. They used to call me Evil Knievel. Evil Knievel, man. I done got so many injuries, broke my arm, tore my ACL. Man, I got fucked up on bikes back in the day. My chin busted up, man. It was crazy, man. Evil Knievel, my aunt called me that when I first started riding bikes, and I lived up to it all the way until I stopped riding bikes.
Yeah, I'll never forget this. Josh's cousin Ray came and stayed this summer with him, and it was me, Z Jones, Josh, Zoom, and Ray. Ray didn't know how to ride a bike, and we had to be around 14, 15. It's 13, 14, 15. We had to be around that age. So we taught Ray how to ride a bike, all right? He would not stand up and ride the bike. Would not stand up for nothing to ride the bike. Which, whatever, that's fine, cool. We're riding it. We're riding.
You mean like stand up on the pedals, like so you're off the seat?
Yeah. He always stayed on the seat, bro. Always.
I knew somebody like that too. That wouldn't.
So he wouldn't stand up. He was so scared. So we're riding. We're over in front of Foodland. We were going from Josh's dad's apartment. He lived right by the high school, and we were going to Zoom's house down by the old Rite Aid in the post office. So we're in front of Foodland riding. I don't know what happened and how Ray ended up in the street. We kept telling him just to stay on the sidewalks. We would ride in the street, but then we would jump back up on the sidewalk and everything. Somehow Ray got hit from behind by a car. When the dude hit him, Ray's bike completely stopped, and Ray did a complete 360 front flip over the handlebars, and the bike did too. The bike went after him, bro. Ray is on the ground, right? He's on the ground. Bro, he's holding his knee. He's doing the Peter Griffin. He's like, he sat on the ground and he did that for like a straight 20 minutes. Oh, no. First, when he got hit and he flipped, he jumped up and we were all like, oh my God. And he went to the driver and he asked the freaking driver if he was okay. He hit him and he asked the driver if he was okay. And then all of a sudden, like the adrenaline left his body. He just fell to the ground. I was like, he was like, I just kept holding his knee. We're like, yo, you just asked him if he's okay. He hit you. Are you okay? He's like, yeah. Someone was trying to call ambulance. He was like, no, don't call an ambulance. Don't call an ambulance. Don't call an. He just kept saying, don't call an ambulance. His rim, bro, you know, your rim's supposed to be freaking circle. His rim was like crushed in. He got on the bike and rode the bike down to Zoom's house. Still rode it down. I'm like, yo, like Ray was a nutball, man. Bikes were crazy. Bobby, you remember being in front of the high school steps and it was always like people on bikes, rollerblades, and skates. And we called all this. Me and Bobby and Jeremy used to torture anyone that showed up there on a skateboard. We call them twig flippers, and they would get so mad. They'd be trying to kill us with their skateboards, swinging at us and shit. We'd be like, twig flipper faggots. And all this shit. Meanwhile, they're the ones with the only thing that's a weapon that could mess any of us up, and they're going crazy. Oh, you know what I forgot this whole time?
Oh,
I went to the post office and picked up our first official piece of fan mail.
You didn't open it yet?
No, I did not open it yet.
About that bird flu.
If it's a box of exploding dicks, I'm gonna lose it.
I told X that's what we were worried about.
Oh man,
I did not open it though. X suggested I don't open it, so I wanted to wait, and I just kicked it.
I hope this is the first time you're opening it.
This is.
I hope something blows up in your face.
It's gonna be that white powder stuff.
Sorry about the noise. Let's see what. Oh, this is kind of hard. I like this. I got our old envelope. Lifeinstereo. Oh, I got mine in your picture.
Oh,
Bobby.
it's me and you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
This is like
I like it.
I think it's a towel. It is from Psycho Sophie. So thank you, Psycho Sophie. We appreciate it for our first official piece of fan mail, fan gift, whatever you want to say. We appreciate it. I think I recognize that name too from the YouTube comments, actually. Well, everybody, that wraps up this episode of Life in Stereo. I am your main man, poppahack, as always, with my man, Payday on the Beat Bob, and the hater X-Man. Thank you guys. We'll see you later.